What's up, guys? I'm here. I'm parked at just the local metro station. I'm gonna do a quick tour of the camper. There's still some things I want to do with it, but for now, I think this is a good kind of overlook video. So I'll start inside of the cab. I don't know how to flip this camera back around. All right, I'm back. Okay, so when the camper's installed, I lost my back window access right there. So I went on Amazon and I purchased this rear view camera. So right now it's got a front camera that's right on the back side of this, and then it has a back one. I'll show you where I installed it. The cords are running up through the car. They're a little too short for me to hide them completely. I think I could have bought extension ones, but for now, this is okay with me. There's another cord running there, and then I kind of just tucked them all the way back in there. And then they actually run out that window, and I was still able to shut that window with the cord coming out. I'll show you all that, but here's the video. So when I'm driving now, this camera is always on. And here, let me move a little bit so you can see better. So yeah, so when I'm driving, I can see the cars behind me. I have an extension mirror on that side. I don't have it on this one. That's my sight. I can still see everything. It's been a non-issue, but this thing is amazing. It was like 70 bucks on Amazon. Literally, it just wraps around my existing mirror with these like two straps here. And then it has a memory card slot, so I can use it as a dash cam and that kind of thing. All right. So that's the inside. Moving on, here's the camper, which you guys have seen. I haven't been in here in a few days, so let's see. So I have these two locks. They came with keys. They're each different keys. This one here. So there's the overview look. I still need to put another cedar piece down here. This is my dead space because the wheel wells are back in there. You can actually see this is the cable from that rear view camera, and it actually goes down here, and then it's mounted here, and I screwed it into this place. So the camper is tied down into the truck via these two tie downs here, and these carabiners are rated 3,300 pounds, and you can't unclip them unless you take this out or this out. So I did it in a way that this thing can't be stolen without some serious damage to the camper or the truck. And these are like T30 screw heads, so not your standard, Phillips or flathead to get this thing out. So that's the view from the back. On this side, I've got like fishing pole, spare wood from the build, which will be firewood the next time I go out. Moving inside. Like I said, I haven't been in here for a few days, so it's gonna be a little messy, especially when I'm driving around. So this door is on gas struts. So when you come, and you have the locks off. Oh, and a quick note while I'm here. If I'm sleeping in this thing, I have to turn the lock this way and then put the key back in and lock it so that this thing is now in this position so somebody can't come and shut me in. So that was one thing to think about. So here, this door is on gas struts. Opens by itself. These I got from a website called Lift Supports Depot. I called them, I gave them the measurements and the weight of my door, and they told me which ones I needed. I believe these are 19.5 inches long at full extension, and I think they're rated like 70 pounds each or something. So that's that. Here's the door. There's still, like I said, I'm still like doing some things, and I need to paint that, tidy this up. The door, I put these like door seals on here. So here's the view. This is the daytime mode. This is a lounge mode. This is kind of like a futon setup. And then these bench seats. There's plenty of seating room up here. I don't know if you can see how much headspace I have. Several inches, I mean, it's no issue sitting here. I have these temporary window shades on still. They kind of accordion up. And then I just clip them up here. And I have my window, 2 windows on this side. These are 14 by 21 inch shed windows. This is a 12 by 18. This is kind of, I just take a tack and hold those up. This allows me to see through into the back door. Doesn't really provide any purpose because I can't see through all the way, but it's nice to look back and see that that door hasn't opened while I'm driving. This is the corkboard wall. You can see I got some pictures, stuff starting to pin some stuff. And then here's the lights. Here's my remote. Turn those on. So with the shades, I mean, it's daytime here, so you know, you're not getting a full view of the lighting. Maybe I'll film, oh, I got some Christmas lights on this side. I have another strand, I just need the batteries for it. I put this hook here, it's a railroad tie. There's my Christmas lights. Where'd they go? So during the day, you don't have a good view now, but here, I'll sit down and then I just come here and I'll take it out. I like to go on the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway here in California. I'll go and I'll just post up literally like on the beach in my truck, and then I'll have a view of the ocean out here, which if you want to see pictures of that, you can look at my Instagram. And then the last video I had posted, I had built this desk, which is a PVC pipe, and then this is the galvanized steel. This is the desktop. This is built into it. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Oh, I got it, nice. So the desk sits there, it swivels. I'm able to sit here with my legs underneath and use this as a tabletop. And then it swivels out, so if my girlfriend's with me, we can sit here and kind of use it as a shared table, or when we're sleeping, I can prop my laptop on here, and then we can watch movies or do anything, you know, anything you would need a table for, putting stuff on top, whatever the fuck you want. This is a battery-powered fan. It's a 10-inch Treva, Amazon. It's like 20 bucks, but it takes D batteries, and while it was still hot out, it was working really well to keep me cool. Because again, I don't have any insulation in here at all, besides this, which were again 3/4 inch polystyrene foam panels, which I then spray glued this duck fabric onto it, and then I came in and I cut the holes out, and these are just battery powered puck lights from Amazon. And then I had somebody 3D print me these inch flanges, whatever, I don't know how to say it. And that's that. Okay, so this is sleep mode. So all those daytime cushions fit into a 74-inch by 48-inch bed. That's just shy of the size of a full-size bed mattress. This is 4-inch thick foam. It's pretty firm, maybe a little too firm, but we don't sleep directly on top of this. We'll come in with actual bed sheets, full-size bed sheets, and kind of, you know, the ones with the elastic around, put it around everything to hold all these pads to get together so they're not sliding out in the night. And then we'll put like a full duvet and full bedding. But you can see that with the bed made, there's not much room left. So that's why the bed is not permanent, and it's able to convert into the daytime kind of hangout mode. This whole entire thing, all this is cedar fence pickets from Lowe's. It was milled down to a 1/2 inch thick and then cut with lap joints, so these kind of overlap each other. It's not finished with any polyurethane or spar urethane. All I did was put boiled linseed oil on the outside with that sponge. It made it really dark, a rich color. It's kind of faded right now. I want to do it again. But yeah, that's really the gist of it. This thing isn't very complicated. I'm not going to sit here and like go over the nooks and crannies and every single detail with you. But in terms of the cost of this thing, I'd have to go and look at my spreadsheets, but I'm pretty sure the actual materials used are no more than $800 to $900. The most expensive piece of this camper is probably the roof, which with the fiberglass, the epoxies and resins and the paint, that probably came out to like $200 or $300 on its own. And then, like I said, like I got 50 of these fence pickets for $160. The windows were $30 each. That window's 10. The polystyrene foam's like $7 a pop. Those lights are $17 on Amazon. I mean, like that's stuff that's not even included in like what you would need to build the actual structure itself. Your designs and all that kind of stuff is up to you and how much you want to spend. For like a month, I was just using a piece of wood to hold this up, so you don't even need the struts. I mean, you could really probably build this thing for $600 if you like were smart about it and looked for deals and maybe recycled lumber. But for me and a first-time builder, I'm very satisfied. I've had this thing on my truck for 3 months now. I've put several thousand miles on it. I've been off-roading up in the Owens River and Mammoth Lakes. I've taken it on the freeways here in Los Angeles, 80 plus miles per hour. I have no wind drag. You can see the shape of it is very, aerodynamic. The weight of it, I think, is maybe 300 pounds, 350, somewhere around there. So it's very light. I noticed no difference with it on my truck than when I didn't have it on there. The only thing is size. I can't go in parking structures anymore. I have to use the backup camera instead of my actual rear view mirror. But other than that, this thing has been pretty, it hasn't changed my driving at all. MPG, weight-wise, any of that stuff. So it's just been cool, and I'm not living in this thing full time, so it's not insulated. And I also live in Southern California, so, we don't have extremely cold weather. I have a Mr. Buddy heater and then just, good jackets and blankets. And then during the summer, I have the fan. So it's very simple for a first time. That's all. I didn't want to get too ahead of myself. So this is what I came up with. And it's been serving me nicely since. So yeah. And then yeah, my next video is gonna be this build out. I'm gonna try and get rid of these drawers, rebuild my platform, maybe have some drawer slides. I don't really know what my full design is yet, but I have this. So when I'm posted up at a site for the night, there's this little nail here, and then it just goes like that. This guy just hangs there. So at nighttime, I got this cool little oiled lamp. And then one thing I wanted to mention was I had a few people during my build series ask, like, why didn't you either take the tailgate off or build out onto the tailgate? And for security reasons and just like for practicality, I didn't want to extend my truck longer than it already was, because then I'd have to relearn my spatial distance in terms of backing into spots. I live in Los Angeles. I'm in an apartment complex parking on the street. So parallel parking, I can't really afford to expand the footprint of my truck. Also, I wanted the tailgate on so I could have a porch. So this is like a little deck, and it's got a covering for the rain. I can sit here, hang my legs off when I'm at the beach, wherever. When you get in the car, you can wipe your feet here, leave your shoes on top, and then go inside. And then with the tailgate still on, It's an extra layer of security just from the wood and stuff, and keeping it from sliding out, which it won't, but you know, if I was in an accident or something, it's just another layer of holding it in. And then as you can see, I did the measurements as such that, say somebody came while I was sleeping and shut this top door still would open, and then when we're inside sleeping, I have this lock to lock us in. But if you remember, this is locked, so I can lock us inside, but somebody can't lock us inside from the outside, if that makes sense. So here she is, very, you know, bare bones simple, exactly what I wanted. And yeah, hopefully you guys stick around for, you know, as I continue to fine tune it and start taking it out more and filming some of that stuff. I don't know where the fuck my tripod is, but I gotta find that. And then yeah, I'll come back and I'll do another video where it's nighttime, it's a little less windy, and I can get that guy lit up and maybe have a better scenery than a parking lot off the 101 freeway. And then yeah, here's the drawers and stuff I was talking about. He's got like cookwares up here, all food stuff. This is kind of a catch-all for random shit, camping stuff. And then the bottom one is where I keep like all this stuff you can see. And then I have, so those boards slide under here. They move around too much, which is why I want to build the box to slide them in. And then just extra storage. This is my table. I have a wireless, a cordless Ryobi hand vacuum for inside the camper. Pop-up tent, chairs over there. I have my fire extinguisher here, which gets pulled inside the camper at night. I have a pull saw blade, extra, I don't know, just all storage down here. And then I actually saw a guy on YouTube with a Tacoma who had made like a closet behind his seat, so I think I might fuck around and try that. And it looks like maybe security or Metro, somebody might be kicking me out. So I'm gonna go with that. Here she is. Thanks for watching all my videos. Stay tuned for the backseat build and some more adventures with this guy. Thanks, guys.